Ever opened your watercolor palette and thought, where do I even begin? Or maybe you have collected a rainbow of colors but still don't know which ones belong in your palette. And this is exactly what we did during our recent live workshop where we want to talk about how to audition your colors. Imagine this. You are director standing center stage and the curtains are closed. The lights are warm and behind that curtain, it's your entire palette. And they are not just tubes of paint. They are waiting for their moment because each one has potential and possibility. So today in our live session, we began the audition process. I wanted artists to stay curious, to know what exactly happens when colors interact with each other. This is not about color mixing. It's about noticing and observing the small nuances of colors sitting next to each other.
Color doesn't exist in isolation. It lives in a relationship. And yet so many of us try to understand our paints one swatch at a time, wondering why things don't seem quite right. Now in day one of our live session, we explored how to audition our colors, not just test them, but to see how they interact and perform together. And that's the experience that changes depending on where you are in your artist journey. At stage 1, everything is new and everything is possible. Your paints are still strangers and you are beginning to notice their personalities. I want you to try this. If you're in stage 1, swatch your colors in the exact order that they sit on the palette. Let them touch, let them sit side by side and bloom into one another. Because colors placed next to each other often feel most natural. These are what we call analogous harmony, and even if you have not heard that term before, your job is to see what happens when they meet and to actually see which are the colors that lead or step back. In stage 2, you are beginning to notice tendencies. You have favorites, but you also have a fear of making the wrong choice. So this is the time to meet the cast and let your colors rehearse together. I want you to try and pair your colors in duos or trios. Try switching up their roles. Mix a little, let them overlap. Don't judge, but just observe. Notice which colors dominate and blend easily and which ones create tension. Remember that at this stage, you are the director. And not every color belongs in a scene, and they all still deserve to audition. Moving into stage 3, you have traveled far enough to know what works. You've got some go-to colors, maybe some formulas, but sometimes you are choosing to stay in the safe greens and pinks that you tend to choose. I want you to take yourself out of your familiar colors and change up their roles. Try and create using new accent colors, or even use your familiar colors that you love and let it become a background tone instead of taking center stage. What you're doing here is you're learning the power of proportion, because sometimes the same 3 can tell a completely different story just by shifting its emphasis. This is truly a challenge because you can start to see if any of your quiet colors can actually carry the mood. At stage 4, you are planning. This is where you already know all the different color terminologies like temperature, harmony, and saturation, and you're understanding the concept of layering. But this might also be the time where the knowledge is resulting in a little bit of tension and tightness in the way you paint. Instead, I want you to start using emotion instead of structure. I want you to try using 3 colors that you rarely put together. Swatch them as a trio and then blend them and mix them, not for results, but just to experiment, observe, and start to think about how they feel on the paper. Allowing yourself to see colors as feelings can start to help you to think about how to develop the story that you are trying to tell with colors. This is a visual story that is not only about mastering the properties of color, but also the emotional voice that you want to evoke as the director of your story. Right here at stage 5, color is no longer a formula. In fact, it's your voice. It's the way in which you express yourself. And this is where, before you choose a color, I want you to choose an emotion. Whether it is joy, freedom, or any kind of emotion that you want to evoke, start to build your palette based on that embodies these emotions. Start to think about how to use proportion, softness, edges, and space to tell a story without words. Now, as you are working through this, use your reflective lens to think about what role each color plays in the feelings. Ask yourself what happens when one color is pulling away or dominates. You will see that this is not about color theory. It's about emotional resonance. You are not directing a cast, you are painting a full story.
So this is just a quick summary as to what exactly it means to put your colors together. If we understand that color stays together in a relationship and you are able to mix and create different possibilities, then we are going to embrace the colors that we own and definitely not rush to the art store as often. So friends, save your money and buy cotton paper instead. Now, if you want to see the full workshop, I want to invite you to this color code workshop. It's currently free as of October 2025. This is just a quick snippet and summary. I want to invite you because we are going to go deeper, and the next time we meet again, we are going to get painting. We're going to start exploring how we're going to be using 3 colors to start planning our paintings. I can't wait for you to do this because that way you are going to build that relationship with your color in a way like you never had before.